The princess who turned her sister into a bird. Introduction. Long ago in the lush, river-laced kingdom of Ifut, Obio and Wang in Calabar, there lived a wise and beloved king, Abong Ifiang, and his two daughters, Princess Itoro, the elder, proud and ambitious, and Princess Ikit, the younger, kind-hearted and gifted with a rare ability she could speak to animals and birds. Their mother, Queen Iniobong, had passed away when Ikit was born, and the king treasured both daughters deeply. Princess Itoro was raised to rule, skilled in politics and courtly affairs, but jealousy grew in her heart as her younger sister's powers became renowned throughout the land. People traveled from distant lands to seek Ikit's counsel, and the animals of the forest followed her wherever she walked. Conflict arises. One evening, a mysterious forest spirit named Asinwan, disguised as an old woman, came to the palace gates, asking for shelter and food. Ikit welcomed her warmly, giving her food and a place to rest. Itoro, annoyed by her sister's constant attention and praise, scolded her for being naive. In gratitude, Asinwan gifted Ikit a golden feather, saying, "This will protect you from those who wish to silence your voice." Ikit kept the feather hidden, not realizing its power. Soon, Itoro's jealousy boiled over. She feared her father might name Ikit as the true heir due to her popularity. Consulting with a dark forest witch, Itoro learned of an ancient spell of transformation, one that could turn a person into any animal. Driven by envy, Itoro made a cruel plan. The transformation. On the eve of a grand festival, where Ikit was to speak to the people under the sacred silk cotton tree, Itoro invited her sister for a walk to the forest. In a secluded grove near the Calabar River, Itoro recited the spell with a stolen bird's feather, casting it upon Ikit. In a flash of light and feathers, Ikit transformed into a small, blue sunbird, crying out in shock and confusion. She flew frantically, trying to speak, but only birdsong came from her beak. Itoro laughed, burying the memory and returning to the palace with lies. Ikit ran away with a traitor to a far land. But that night, the blue sunbird came to perch outside the king's window, singing the songs Ikit once sang with her mother. Truth revealed. Abong Ifiang grew ill with grief, his heart broken by Ikit's disappearance. In his dreams, he saw the blue sunbird crying and calling his name. One morning, he followed the bird into the forest where it sang at the very spot Ikit vanished. The forest spirit, Asinwan, reappeared, revealing herself and the truth to the king. She said, "Your elder daughter has betrayed her sister with envy and magic. But all is not lost. Find the golden feather Ikit hid, and true love may break the spell." The king searched Ikit's room and found the feather beneath her pillow. He summoned Itoro and demanded the truth. Struck with fear and guilt, Itoro confessed, weeping bitterly. Redemption and forgiveness. The king, torn between love for his daughters and justice, took the golden feather and returned to the forest. With Asinwan's guidance, he placed the feather on the sunbird. A warm light filled the grove, and Ikit transformed back into her human form, weak but alive. Ikit, despite her pain, forgave her sister, saying, "Let envy not destroy what mother's love built between us." Moved by her compassion, the king declared that Ikit would be the protector of the forests and animals, a role beyond royalty, while Itoro, stripped of her right to rule, must atone by serving the people in humility for 7 years. Conclusion. Years passed. Itoro, humbled and changed, became loved by the people for her service. Ikit, known as the Bird Princess, protected the forests and taught that love is stronger than envy, and forgiveness can heal even the deepest wounds. The two sisters, once torn by jealousy, were reunited in love and purpose. The people of Calabar sang songs of the princess who turned her sister into a bird, and the bird who turned back into a princess through forgiveness. Moral lesson. Envy destroys, but love and forgiveness restore what is lost. True power lies not in crowns or titles, but in the goodness of the heart.